Good evening, everyone. Welcome to RadioSilentPlay.com. I am your moderator for today on July 10th, 2015. Let me start off by saying I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before trading any stock or options. Trading stocks and options require lots of risk. Okay, I'm going to start off with the OTCs and then we'll move on to some small caps and options. Just a great trading day today. I know I wasn't around much on chat, but I think it actually gave traders a lot more opportunity to kind of focus on what was at hand. There wasn't that much chatter on there, but there was a lot of focus on some of the setups that we had. So we're going to go over our first setup. That's ticker symbol PNOW, Pure Hospitality. Okay, this was a stock formerly known as OTHM. They had since then had a post-reverse split. The stock was trading at massive supports, 52-week lows. We noticed that there was some consolidation accumulation around this range. Did kiss that level, okay, pulled back as low as 0.0012, and today had significant news. The stock rallied on a big move and hit a high of 0.0037 before closing at 25. Just a great move. It gave an opportunity to enter as low as 12 and 13. I gave that 16, 19 buy zone. Kind of kissed it, but just had a significant move. We tried to close above this 0.0029 level here, our 21-day moving average. We couldn't, so that's our next step. Watch for that close above 29 on 2 consecutive closes. If we do get that close, we're looking for that break of that 0.0037, and then we may test this 0.005, which it had this move back in late May. So this is the setup that we have. Okay, what you want to do now is maybe potentially look for this this box pattern. I'm going to move this a little bit. If you guys want, I'll move this box pattern a little bit lower. Okay, I'm going to shift over this stop sign. Watch this level here. Okay, I like that 21-day moving average here at 0.0021. So you may have some support here. Just watch the level 2. See for any pullbacks down here. And what you want to make sure is if you're adding around this range, just keep your stop close below this 0.0021 level. If you stop close below that 0.0021, then you'll look for that probability re-entry here at the box pattern or the bottom of this box pattern. Okay, so just keep that level in mind. Okay, so we had a low of 13. Okay, so that's your next support after 21. So just keep an eye. You know, this is summer slowdown. You know, we haven't been slowing down too much, but there's been some good opportunity here in the markets. So just be aware of your trades. Ensure that you lock profits on the way up. Okay, the next stock is ticker symbol Snxg. This is a stock I feel, you know, really confident about. We've been seeing some higher lows, really threading the needle here at that 21 and 8-day moving average. You got that 8-day moving average curling into this 21-day moving average and holding quite significant support. The stock hasn't closed below this 19 level, so this 19 now is acting as a major support. So I like that level. Regardless of the fact, you know, we never closed below our stop sign, okay, or our stop level, and that's a good signal. Okay, this is good consolidation here. Watch for that close above this 34 level. If you close above that 34 level, I would not be surprised to test this 0.008 range. Okay, today we had a high of 0.0032. You know, some good volume. You know, not the highest volume, but this stock is looking for a breakout now. Once you see that breakout above 0.0034, I think that the volume is going to surge in, and I wouldn't be surprised for this to test that 0.015 level. You got a lot of room. This is the path to least resistance. If you close above this 0.0034, you don't have resistance till about that 0.006, 0.008 level. So you got a huge path to least resistance. And once you break above that level, you have a lot of room here up to that 0.016 level. So this has a lot of room for traders. And if you look here, the stock is still extremely oversold, and you're looking at the accumulation distribution continue to kind of, you know, pop up. So this is something that we want to keep into consideration. Okay, the next stock is ticker symbol SUGO. This was a stock that I've mentioned in the past, and it's been a stock that's been holding this cup and handle setup. If you don't know what a cup and handle is, just bring this up over here. Okay, if you notice this, you'll see a rounded bottom here. Okay, you'll see a nice move, and then you'll see that rounded bottom here, almost forming like what you call a cup here. Okay, this is pretty much a cup with a handle base. You'll see a nice move. Okay, then you'll see that big drop. You'll see that pullback, but you'll see that nice rounded bottom here, and then you'll have that handle and then a push move forward. Okay, if you notice that, you kind of see that here on the Sugo trade. You had that move. Okay, you had this move here. It actually rallied, and then you had that nice drop down here. All right, a lot of fearful traders, and then you had that nice rounded bottom. Okay, and then if you see here, you have a nice handle, a pullback, and then a pop higher. And when you're noticing here, you're seeing a nice trend here. Okay, a nice trend channel here holding. You have this 20 and 50-day moving average kind of converging here. And this is what I call a golden cross. If you notice here, this stock kind of pulled back, tested this 15, 18 level, and then managed to close above that 0.002 level. Today we hit a high of 0.0032 and closed at 0.003 on a nice 3 million volume. Oh, I'm sorry, 7.3 million volume. Last week we closed at 3 million. So what you're seeing is you're seeing added volume. This is a huge volume bar here for Sugo. Okay, if you notice this is uncharacteristic for the stock. So this is accumulation here. Okay, the last move that it had, okay, if you notice, okay, was this move here with this big accumulation. And if you notice, the stock ended up rallying. I think this is ready for a breakout. If you do break above this 0.005 pivot break, okay, you don't have resistance till about 0.01. And if you break this 0.01 level, you could see that move up to 0.025. Okay, this stock has rallied in the past. If you notice here, okay, this stock used to trade back at that 0.003 range, and we ended up hitting like close to 900% up here in January. You hit a high of 0.03. So I do feel that this stock has that potential to move, higher. If you look here, you're right at that, what I call that scene of the crime. Okay, if you notice here, you're right at that scene of the crime here. You break that level, okay, you're talking about a move up to that 0.03, similar to what we had here. Okay, so these stocks like to repeat levels. Okay, so I want traders to keep an eye on the Sugo. Nice cup and handle, nice uptrend, and you have a golden cross here on the 20 and the 50-day moving average. Okay, the next stock is ticker symbol Cctl. We talk about that 00911 levels. This actually tested that 0009 level 10. Okay, and if you notice here, okay, you hit that 10 level and you actually bounced right off of it. Okay, you saw that low of 10, really never closed below that stop, and then you saw that huge surge today to that 22. This is a Bitcoin stock, and these Bitcoin stocks have been the latest trend. Just a nice trend, a nice stock. Okay, and now the stock closed above that 21-day moving average at 18. Watch for tomorrow's continuation. You need to confirm tomorrow for that stock to rally. We saw the trade on fork. Did not confirm. It came all the way back down. But that's what you want to see. And you want to ensure that you lock profits on the way up. Still Cctl, you're seeing this nice rounded bottom. At some point, I do feel this stock to test this 0.005 level. Okay, the next stock is ticker symbol Wsgi. Okay, we were talking about that that W pattern. Okay, that W pattern kind of panning out here. We closed at the high of the day here at 16. Those that don't understand what you call Elliot wave theory. Elliot wave theory right now is when a stock rallies for a wave 1, then pulls back, never closes below that first start of wave 1. And if you notice here, we saw a low of 0009 here, and now that 0.001. So it did not close below that wave 1. So this is Elliot wave theory. We're looking at wave 3. Usually wave 3 is the longest wave. So I would not be surprised for us to test this 0.003 level, then even that 0.005 level. Okay, so keep an eye on Wsgi. Any updates here, you'll see the stock surge. Okay, this was just a good trade from the levels that we actually gave it out at. Mjmj, just a beautiful trade. I did not do an update yesterday, but this stock triggered from 15 to 0.002. It actually gave us an opportunity to enter as low as 0.0013. The stock ended up rallying, hit a high of 0.0137 today. Okay, and now since then has retraced to this level at 0.005. I talked about that 0.0055 to 0.0065 retrace, and that's exactly what we did. We did that 50% retrace level. We saw a low of 0.0054. I told my members to keep that level on watch. I'm looking for a consolidation, okay, or an inside flag pattern here. I want to see some consolidation here. What I would do now is keep an eye on that 0.003436 support. Okay, watch the level 2 support. If you see huge support at 0.0034, I think that's going to be your nice re-entry. Okay, that's the 8-day moving average here on the Mjmj. What I would do is I would scale in. Okay, I would look for that 0.0034 to 0.0045 level to kind of enter this stock with a stop close below 0.0034 on 2 consecutive closes. That's what I would do. I'm extremely cheap when it comes to stock during the summer, and right now what I'm looking for is some consolidation, maybe an inside flag pattern and a test of this 0.0034. Okay, if it does pull back to 0.0034, I would keep my stop close below 0.0034 on 2 consecutive closes, and then my next support would be 0.0025. So just write those levels down. Okay, the next stock is ticker symbol COTE. This was a stock that I gave out at a buy zone from 10 to 13. Okay, if you notice the stock now rallying. Okay, gave an entry from 10 to 13, rally, hit a high of that 0.0 right here to this 0.0165. Since then, a lot of traders kind of traded up higher. Now you see this bullish inside flag pattern. Okay, very, very narrow. Okay, but I don't think that it's done selling. I like this 0.004 support here. That 0.004 support, you know, that's where I'm looking at. I'm actually looking at here, this level here at 0.003 to 0.004 for a re-entry. Again, I'm very cheap. I'm very cheap. If you want to go 0.045, then you can do that. Just make sure that you look at the level 2 here, and then I would keep my stop closed below this level here. Okay, that 0.003, I would place a stop close below my 0.003 on 2 consecutive closes. Then you have support down to this 0.002 level. Okay, same thing. Okay, same thing that I mentioned before. You have the Elliot wave theory. You have wave 1. Okay, this is wave 1. Okay, label it wave 1. Okay, and now what you want to see is you want to see this wave 2 correction, but you don't want this wave 1, okay, to be lower than this level here at 0.002. Okay, you don't want this thing to kind of come down to 0.002 or break below it. Okay, especially with this narrow move, I want this wave 2 correction to kind of end somewhere around this level and then pop up. Okay, so that's the level that I'm looking at. I'm looking at that 0.003 to 0.0045. I'm looking for a wave 2 correction down to that like 0.003 to 0.0045 level. Okay, be extremely cheap. You know, place your bids. You know, there's no rush in the summertime. Okay, now moving on to the big boards. I'm gonna look at the SPY. You know, this was just a beautiful move. I talked about shorting the market here at 211. Okay, to 212. That's exactly what we did. We shorted the levels here at 211, 212. Then it came all the way back down. We said our potential was going to be that 207.80, and take a look right here. Okay, if you notice here, we saw a low of 207.69. Boom, we triggered. You know, we actually hit potential target. Then I went on and I told my traders, let's go long. You know, we went long yesterday. We entered at 207.90, and next thing you know, today we hit a high of 211.41, and those contracts sold for today. Now what we're looking for is a continuation back into this trend line. I would not be surprised to test this 212, 213 into tomorrow. Just a great trade for traders. And the next, same thing. Okay, I talked about this kiss of this trend line here on the Qs, and we saw this beautiful bounce. Okay, I mentioned to traders look at that 107.50 level, and that's the level that we actually hit, and then we rallied here. We saw a high of 109.81. Okay, the MRK, we're talking about this bullish flag pattern holding. It actually held. You know, now the stock hit that low of 58, okay, down here to 58.36, and we rallied here at 59.16. Would not be surprised to test the $60, 61 levels coming up. All right, so again, you want to make sure that you use your stops, but again, if those stops do not trigger, you're still in this trade. Over here, we talked about that 125, 126 entry. Look at here. Okay, we actually entered at 125 right here, 125.62. Entered right on the money right here. And now today, We hit a high of 129.34, closing at 128.88. Just a great trade on the Aapl. You know, we talked about, you know, going short 131, 132. Our target was 126.20, and look at exactly what it hit. We hit a low of 125 and change, and then we rallied, and then we bounced the market up, and we entered for long positions. This is how you trade the markets, especially in volatility. Okay, the LL continues to hold. Okay, it actually pulled back, and now we closed today at 2001. Okay, or 2079. So we saw that 2001. We closed at 2079 with a high of 2151. So the LL is still on a buy zone. So just keep eyes on that. UWTI, just a beautiful move on the UWTI. We talked about that 315, 330 entry. Gave us a low of entry of $3.05, and now we're trading at $3.67. So this was just a beautiful breakout on this chart. We went long on the NQ. You know, when we told traders to start buying the NQ here at that 290 range here, okay, we saw that bullish flag. We said, let's get back in it. And now take a look. You could have re-entered here, and now today we hit a high of $6.23. So we do go long sometimes on stocks, and NQ was one of our long hedge stocks that we talked about. So just a beautiful move on the NQ. Okay, if you have any comments or any questions on any stocks, or you want to see some stocks reviewed, just comment box down below. You can send us emails at radiosilentplay@gmail.com. If you have any questions, my phone number is on the website. It's www.radiosilentplay.com. We do one-on-one services. We're coming out with the Pro Elite Trader soon. That's coming soon. We have the mobile app for Apple iOS coming out soon too. So we have a lot of updates, and I just want to thank everybody for their loyal support. Okay, have a good night, everybody.